she got me hooked though.
Well, she pulling me in like a black hole, trapped in a grip and I can't break, out of control and I can't feel my soul and my heart on my damn face. Cause I ain't be nothing without her, a king with no queen and no damn kingdom, serving up hate with a cold vengeance. Fuck, but I hate her, we can't slay them. Yeah, she's got me hooked, I'm down, I ride, leaving, she tried to kill me, I can see it in her eyes. Yeah, she's got me shook, this my demise, I'm bleeding, can someone heal me, I can't deal with no more lies.
I'll never go on like this, so don't you think you got me up? Yeah, I can't seem to deal with this. You try so hard to pull me on me.
I can see it in her eyes. Yeah, she's got me shook, this my demise. I'm bleeding, can someone heal me? I can't deal with no more lies.
I'll never go on like this, so don't you think you got me up? Yeah, I can't seem to deal with this. You try so hard to pull me in.
I'll never go on like this, so don't you think you got me hooked? Yeah, I can't seem to deal with this. You try so hard to pull me in. You try so hard to pull me in.
It's your time. Don't be held back again. You need to resist your own limits. This fire is burning. You need to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face. To reach for the stars. Been waiting for this moment, so let it begin. You're unbreakable. Feeling powerful. Nothing's getting in the way. You're unbreakable. You're invincible. Be unbreakable again. Unbreakable. Make your name. Let go of yesterday. If dreams can exist in a world like this, don't abandon them. You need to embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face. To reach for the stars. Been waiting for this moment, so let it begin. You're unbreakable. Feeling powerful. Nothing's getting in the way. You're unbreakable. You're invincible. Be unbreakable again. Unbreakable. You need to embrace embrace all that you are. Stare fear in the face to reach for the stars.
Do you wanna come round now? Say around 5:30. Stay until the morning, then I carry on and live my hollow life. Did you really take my soul? Came and then you left a hole. Shot me in the late night, bleeding out in plain sight, running with the heart you stole. You got your desires, always starting fires. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep, I'm hiding Michael Myers. Building an empire, you were rising higher. Standing tall, but you fall 'cause
Let's get into it, shall we? Stage 1 of this Giro d'Italia. Apologies, Mario, I could not figure out for the life of me if someone could tell me how to get the frames into the game. Apologies. So week 1 we're doing the first 7 stages, starting of course with the time trial. Then we have intermediate mountain stage, punchy finish, cobble apparently somewhere, probably near the end I'm guessing. Some more sprinty stages, and finishing off with our first real semi-mountaintop finish of the race. Starting with the prologue, Albert Philipsen is the favourite to win. Oscar Chamberlain's up there, and Jacob Busch. Let me change the settings while I recall what the hell they are. Normal difficulty, 100% fitness for everyone. Normal RDC 2. Cute. Save changes. Fitness for everyone. Normal RDC 2. Save changes. Here we are, look at that. First off is the Sea of... is that Alrier, is he? Nope. It is from Thuch. St. Piran, Jersey. Okay. Anyway. How short is it? 20k prologue. Raining. Small hill in the middle. Not really sure who the favourites are. Don't particularly like simming time trials because who knows what's going to happen. Anyway, first rider, we're going to see what he sets at the first time check. "13 minutes, but he's going to get beaten pretty quickly by Van den Einden. Well, looks like Van den Broek. From Team Nero, he of course has the Papa John's Chilean national national champ jersey as his jersey. Sanchez setting the next best time. Sanchez riding for Myral. The Evian jersey. Euskaltel jersey for Castro. Euskadi. Ineos jersey for Fabio. Fabio 10, of course, the slower version of Fabio 11, who was initially supposed to start. Svetkov for Pan Perek with the, what is that? Something Garmin. He has been overtaken by Tarling from the Walshman's team. God, these jerseys, I have no clue what these jerseys are. Anyway, Uno X is the jersey for Han. Trinity is the jersey for Max. Astana Kazakhstan development team jersey. We see Finlay Tarling with the best time at the final checkpoint and intermediate check so far. Is this a national team jersey of Namibia? It is. Is that going to be Lubas? No, Ninja. CCN jersey for Lubas. His rides here are saying decent times so far. You see Tarling's time not even being close to, as we see a rider with 75 prologue, the DSM team jersey for Adi. A minute down at the first time check. Some pretty big time gaps here. Sivarax with God knows what jersey that is. For Speedy Ben. So Go Spurs Go has got, missed that jersey, oh well. Team Novo Nordisk for Eva. Cyanide jersey for Velaware. And TS Racing has Visma, Team Visma uniform. Ugh. He has the favourite according to the start list. Phillipson, not surprised. Anyway, let's have a look. Kings is second at intermediate check, 9 seconds behind Finlay Tarling. He's got pretty strong time trial, pretty strong flat. We lost more time, 16 seconds down. Pavel Sumpik, 22 seconds at the first time check. He won't be up competitively at the end. Muhammad. Okay, this rider here must be on as a form of his life. 4th place with only 73 time trial. 17 seconds down. This is the Iraqi rider from Pan Parek's team. He has beat he's been a lot of people actually. Quite a few with much higher stats. He is on a good day, 32 seconds down at the finish. He's beating the likes of Thibault Van Dam here with 77 time trial. Let's see how he fares at the finish line. Only 10 seconds ahead of the Iraqi rider. Can you sit on finish? Yeah, sit on the finish. Here we go, someone else contesting the best time at the intermediate sprint, 2 seconds behind for Gijs Schultberg. He finishes 4 seconds behind at the intermediate finish. Ben Wiggins, Team Tinkoff here. That is Sir Go Spurs Go's jersey. Tinkoff, what a legendary team, legendary jersey. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll see Tinkoff back in the sport after all the sanctions with Russia. 1 kilometer to go. He's going 58 kilometers an hour. He's pushing it towards the line. He's going to start sprinting soon, I'm expecting. He maintains 3rd place there. Cyanide jersey giving back PTSD flashbacks of when databases go wrong. Rafferty also setting a good time, 8 seconds down at the first time check. Another rider, only 73 time trial, but within 6 seconds of the leader at the first time check. Daily form coming in clutch for a few of these riders. Maintaining his 4th position. There's a Kiwi. Roberts. I know we had a junior Kiwi. Pakistani rider. St. Perrand's got some interesting team members. 3rd Go Spurs Go. Excellent. Wiggins is in the money. Almost through half the start list now. Laura's coming through about 20 seconds down at the first time check. Grigorian must be a brother of one of the older riders. 8th best time for Curtis from EF Education. He looks like the sprinter for their squad, 80 sprint. Tinkoff with another decent time, 40 seconds down. At least you'll have I like this Chilean national champ jersey, not gonna lie, great choice. A lot of riders now coming through further down the order. Great domestics, it looks like it. So we see Gerink past Leo there. Leo looks to be setting a bad time. Oh, 6th best time for Hins from the Trinity team. The Trinity team of Max, 96. Decent all-rounder. How's he gonna fare? Ooh, slight negative split. Oh, new first place rider incoming. Fontaine from the Namibian national team. Is he going to set a best time at the finish? He is. He overtakes Finlay Tarling by 0 seconds. It'll be down to the milliseconds. We'll have a count back once everyone has completed the race. Look at this. This rider was 70 time trials, a minute down, compared to riders who have, like, God knows what he's on. Must be a horrendous day. Hate to be his manager. 8th best time for the rider from Cyanide Cycling. That's Patterson. Coming in through 8 seconds. God knows how these riders are performing with these kind of TTs. Another rider from the St. Perrin team with like next to nothing stats. Interesting choices by them. 10th best time for Benz as he overtakes the rider from St. Perrin. Maintains his position. Oh, Leo Basalks looks like one of the new best riders coming through. 11 minutes 13 of the intermediate time check. 1 second ahead of Fontaine. Uscatel must be happy, screaming in their seats as their riders about to catch the rider from Myral's squad. 62 kilometers into the finishing straight. He's still powering on hard. He sets the best time by 5 seconds. As we see Ben Wiggins slip to 5th place overall. Yeah, so look, this rider here, 67 TT, 50 seconds down. This rider, 71 TT, a minute 9 down. Jacob Alula with Di Luca. Donati from Tinkoff setting a decent time, 11th at the first time check, 13 seconds down. He's about to catch his Minuteman Graf. Graf is a minute 3 down. Not looking the greatest. Here comes the catch. Zoom straight past. 13th now at the first time check. We see a few other good riders coming through. Dunwoody from the Cyanide team. He is 10 seconds down. Let's keep an eye on him and stop rolling back to other riders too much. He finishes in 9th. We see another rider, this time from Jumbo Visma. Sorry, no, Team Visma Lisa Bike. He finishes in 6th. Belocchi, son of the great man who crashed on the corner Armstrong, went through the field on, riding for Trinity here. 6th place. A few riders overtaking each other here. Another rider from St. Perrin. Interesting stats, interesting rider. 8th place for Bush. He looks to be like one of the favourites for Myral's squad. He's a genuine all-rounder, 77 and everything, finishing 11th. 10th place Barry at the intermediate sprint for Uscatal. Is he going to be up there with his teammate? He finishes in 11th. She's 145th Grande Belocchi. Donny. The race day form is just ruining everyone. And you saw me, I changed it to +2, -2 race form. Or Bullet, he looks to be the time trial leader of Team Jaco Alula. 8 seconds down at the first time check, 2 kilometers to go. He's already going slower than we saw the Frenchman who was leading go. The Frenchman was going 62 k's an hour at this point. It's not going to be the best time. He's 17 seconds down at the end. As we see 71 TT rated Arsak a minute 3 down at the first time check. And Berg 70 rated TT a minute 20. Only 13 seconds ahead of 66 rated TT Diax. Hugo Boscher 18th best time at the intermediate time check. We're almost up to the leaders. He is just passing Fischer, his minute man. The Team Tinkoff man will finish 25 seconds down. Oh, new best time at the first time check for Lewis Leithart of Wim's team. Oop, what happened there? There we are. Meant to do this. German national jersey. Will we see a new best time? Let's have a look at how much. He's 1 second ahead of the intermediate check. The wind has stayed the same. Oh, yeah, no, it is variable form. It's just +2. But, like, yeah. Better than +5. The Lewis Leithart, he's coming through. He's 1 second ahead of the intermediate check. It looks like he's about to increase his speed as we go into the descent before the final, for the finish. He's going slower at this point than the Frenchman was. But maybe he's put in a solid effort earlier on in the day. He finishes in second, 1 second behind. He unfortunately did not perform the greatest. The leaders are beginning now as we see Nithik cross the line. 177th Storm finishes 58th down. The camera rider for our squad, which I forgot to control. 180th at the first time check. Spyfall comes through 24 seconds down the first time check. He is 45th overall. Myrao's rider in it to win it within the 20 seconds of the top. 21 seconds down. The Uskatel rider still leading with Basalks. He is 33 seconds down at the first time check. Looks like a great puncher. He finishes a minute down. Ineos now with Alvarez. 28 seconds. Giami from the Huangxing team finishes 28 seconds down. Orn Christoph is off. 38 seconds down. Where will he finish today? 1 minute 6. And we see Send Jens finishing in the top 10 for Uno X. 13 seconds. Trinity's rider, the Schutener. Jeez, he is a Northern Classics rider. 19 seconds down. Nordhagen looks like the GC leader here for this Astana Kazakhstan development squad. Currently losing 32 seconds with 79 TT. He loses 51 seconds. The win, yeah, the win could. I mean, it's currently 1 kilometer an hour wind. It stayed the same the whole course. It's a bit of crosswind everywhere. I'm not sure if it's changed direction. I haven't checked too much. But Griesel's coming through. He's going to be losing quite a bit of time as well. 1 minute 18. Keppen is the leader for Jaco Alula squad. Manlada's team. A bit more of a puncher. 135 down as we see Erzin from Lubas's team. Their sprinter. Coming in 34 seconds down. EF Education for Zikez, 18 seconds down. Here we go, Oscar Chamberlain. He's the man to challenge the greatest time. The Australian from DSM. He sets the new best time, 2 seconds ahead. Ari is well leading this race. August is about to cross the line, 11 seconds down the intermediate check. He loses 4 seconds. We see Krell, he must be one of the best sprinters in the race, as he has lost a minute on time already, but I'm guessing he doesn't really care about the overall. He's got moderate punchery skills, but as you can see, he's more of a sprinter as he comes across the line. 151 down. This guy is definitely GC leader. Look at that, 82 mountain, he comes across the line, 55 seconds down. That's for Team Novo Nordisk. Cyanide team coming across with their puncher, 30 seconds down. War Philipsen, he is the favourite to win. Will he beat Oscar Chamberlain? He beat him by 2 seconds at the intermediate time check. He beats him by 5 seconds at the finish line. Ari misses out. TS Racing is in the first pink jersey of the race. There we have confirmation the first leaders jersey of the race. Team Visma Lisa Bike. TS Racing there in the pink jersey. Great competition. Ari back 6 seconds. Then it's Casino in 9 seconds. Wim with 11. Ninja next one back. Albert Phillips, of course, in the points classification jersey and the youth jersey. And TS Racing, yes, the team's classification as well. Let me just get a screenshot of this. Sorry Max, I'll change that at some point. Stage 1, no change in that. Let's have a look. What is stage 2? Stage 2, little punchy finish at the end, decent hills throughout the stage. Favourites are from Eva, Sexus, Guida from Vela, August from Speedy Ben, Philipsen from TS Racing. Philipsen already in the lead, so he's probably just going to extend his lead. Not sure who's going to get the KOM jersey. I don't know too much about juniors. Anyway, let's get into that second stage. Nordhagen. There we are, start of the Giro proper stage. Just double check it was me who finished last. Yes, it was. Camera Rider, he'll be out of the race. We have our race leader jerseys here once again. Cyanide team really looking out of place here. First attack of the day, it is Santos and Sulmain. Sulmain, he finished decently highly initially in the time trial. Quite a few riders joining them. We'll wait for the break to establish before we start talking too much about riders. Conti from Saint Pan trying to get into the breakaway. Roberts, the Kiwi EF Education St. Pan already got Lock Long. Santos Milov from Mandelard's team. Solheim going again as they've been caught by the Visma Lisa Bike team. Visma Lisa Bike, of course, protecting their leader Philipsen, who's expected to finish highly on the overall. Looks like only 3 riders allowed in the break as Visma Lisa Bike are controlling the pace right from the get-go. It is Sulmain from Pan Paddock's team. Marquette from, this must be Wim, right? Yep, the German national team. And Santos from Costina. That's a quite nice jersey, that one. Anyway, these three seem to be rotating quite well together. There's 72 Ks to the KOM point. Visma Lisa Bike on the front, controlling the pace. That's TS Racing, of course. They're not being allowed a huge gap. Oh, there's been a crash in the back, where you see Nathan Gart, the only rider to be dropped from Euskaltel. That is Castro's team. He's already 2 minutes down. Hopefully doesn't lose too much time already. That's one thing I gotta check, what crash percentage we're on. Anyway. Still these three riders out in front. Great long snake of a peloton. Looks like the Euskaltel rider is back in contact. Everyone's all keeping together. The hard terrain has started, but hasn't quite got too difficult yet. It's quite easy until let's climb up here. Oh, there's been another fall in the crash in the peloton. The rider is back up, and it's the same rider once again crashing. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Lau from Paddock's squad has crashed, the Malaysian rider. Cheers, go Spurs, go. He's got 2:44 down. Hopefully he can catch up before the start of this climb. The time gap is reducing between him and the... Oh, it was for a bit. But now he's struggling a little bit, but with quite a long stage to go, he should be able to keep up or catch up again. He is back on contact with those St. Piran boys, all chilling at the back of the race. At the front, the three leaders are still working well together. Great to see some Iraqi involvement in the professional cycling scene. Visma Lisa Bike is now being helped by Trinity and Cyanide. So that's Max, TS Racing, and Velaware helping out. Gap's only at 2 minutes and it's staying there, so it looks like Visma Lisa Bike are not too happy keeping the gap there, and it looks like the Iraqi rider has crashed from the breakaway. This rain is not doing anyone any favours. Oh, did I not tank? Anyway, this riders are back together once again. The gap is still 2 minutes. Apologies for that. Just answering Cyril in DMs about something. 2 minutes 30. The gap is extending slightly, but as we said, it's going to come down to a bunch finish up this climb, unless we see a move by some of the favourites over the top of the... Oh, there's a crash. Bongo is down. Everyone's back up though in the peloton. Wait, have we got riders in the KOM classification? Did we? There's not. Oh, another fall. Once again. But everyone is back up on the road. Yeah, nothing about a fall, so I'll just give it up one then. Winter has fallen once again for Ineos. Looks like everyone's rolling over top of him this time. Please get up, Winter. We do not want to see you abandon. And Winter has abandoned. Ineos loses their first rider. That's Fabio. Apologies, mate. Weather not helping anyone. Do you have all graphics on? No? God, no. definitely don't have all graphics on. 2.6 kilometers to the KOM point. Will we see a sprint between these three? Who do we think's going to take it? I think Santos will probably have it in the bag. Although Marquette has got more graphics, more acceleration. Another fall in the pack. Bush, Grinley, Shroom, and Chamberlain. Chamberlain second overall. Everyone's up though, back in the pack. Marquette is the first to go. He's got the acceleration. He's got a small gap as we see Sulman and Santos trying to sprint it out. Looks like Marquette takes maximum points there. There's still one position left. Will anyone here sprint for that final KOM point? Nope. So Van Strinton will take it as Marquette will finish. Wait and finish the stage on the KOM jersey because there's still a category 2 with 18 points on offer. Another fall in the pack. Barry, Wiggins, a few decent riders are on the ground. Wiggins is out the back by himself. He is not abandoning, he's still there. Another crash on another tricky descent. Quite a few riders on the ground, but all up in the peloton. It's just Wiggins who is behind now, 2 minutes 20. Bodit has fallen. Jesus Christ. Bodit's still on the ground now. Not looking good for him. Bodit is abandoning also. That's from Lubas, losing another leader and another sim. Another crash on the corner just in front of Wiggins. Wiggins now has some friends to help him out. Return to the peloton. Oh, another fall. Kings this time is abandoning from Wim's squad, the German national team jersey. The rain and this curly descent is not helping. And this is a decent number of riders who have been caught behind. We can get rid of the climate classification because there isn't one. Wiggins, of course, saw the highest place on GC, caught out behind. He's almost on the back of the St. Piran riders. The fall rate should only be on 1. Because the PCM Sim game only uses 1. Two more riders crashing out. I swear it better not be on 5. What is this, Tour de Bandit? No, not even close to Emre's numbers. Oh, another crash. But he's back up in the peloton. Everyone's back together except for the breakaway, still 3 minutes ahead. Another fall by riders, more riders behind. I swear if I have to redo this damn stage. The combo is out for Team Novo Nordisk. They lose a faithful domestique. Jesus Christ. Fam for Pan Paddock. He is the man out behind. So we try and look back at the breakaway as we pray there are no more crashes. Another fall. We see Schwartzberger Baker now for Astana Kazakhstan team, the last rider behind. Nantini and Fam still there. Okay, I've just looked back on the replay of the stream, and the fall rate is 1. So, yeah, I didn't do anything different. Anyway, there's more riders out the back. Oxenberg now, out the back with Fam and Nantini. A few riders just off the back, Debok, Arsak and Lau, but they'll be right in contact right again. 3 minutes 30 for the breakaway. The peloton should not be reducing their speed. There's so many crashes. Anyway, 10k till the next KOM point. The rain is not being helpful to these riders, but you're right. And whoever in the Discord said that the kids are falling because they're inexperienced, don't forget. These are junior riders, they haven't had a lot of time riding. Puncture for the rider from St. Peran. He is out the back. These 4 riders here look like they will not be making contact once again. Oxenberg, Farm, Nantini and Schwartzberger. We head back to the front. There's 1 kilometer till the KOM point. It is the Iraqi rider who launches first. Marquette is on his wheel. Santos is getting blocked. Who's going to take it? It looks like, and it's going to be Marquette takes it. It was Santos, the Israeli rider, went too hard, too quickly. Will there be an attack from the peloton as we see Jaco Alula now doing some work on the front. Trinity and Ineos. Trinity attacking. Oz Morale must be going for some of those points, as with Spoofs and Weeder, or are they continuing on? Looks like they're continuing on as we see the pink jersey now at the front. He is following some of these moves. You have to be in it to win it. Hopefully we don't see too many other crashes on this windy descent. Hopefully the riders take some care. Few splits happening as we see Loch Long and Kedem from St. Peran both crashing out. St. Peran going to be quite far behind. There's a split at the front. 7 riders are off the front with Andrew August and Philipson in the front bunch. Another fall, Pravita and Fugger. Both looks like they're abandoning the race. No, they were just chilling on the corner for a bit. Thank goodness for that. Another split in the bunch between... Looks like Donny from DSM has lost the wheel. Hopefully he'll catch back up in some of these little undulating hills here. Philipson now on the front of the 7-man group. He's got the descending skills. He wants everyone to be in his wheel, following his line exactly. A few riders here dropped from the front bunch. They're trying to make their way back in. Looks like they're sitting up, allowing Astana Kazakhstan development squad to catch back up. There's now 34 riders up in the front. We've seen an attack from Muller. He jumps away from the peloton now. 3 riders still out in front. 2-minute gap. Intermediate sprint coming up. No bonus seconds, but 12 points for this Chiclamino jersey. Looks like the peloton have just let him go at the front. There's now Hawker on the front. There's now 57 riders. Everyone is getting back together. Up at the front, it is the Iraqi rider who takes the 12 intermediate sprint points. Santos second, Marquette third. Molla still out in front. The Northern Classics rider for Team Ineos takes 4th. Any sprint in the peloton behind for these. Looks like no one here really cares about these minor points. Another fall of Van der Wolf and Schwoenveld on the deck, but they are back up. I will confirm to you fellows that it's only on 1 climb, like 1 times fall, sorry, over this undulating terrain before the final hill. The peloton is catching up to Molla, who seems to be, well, setting up actually. Cyanide and Trinity now leading the peloton. Visma Lisa Bike have hidden themselves in the pack. Chamberlain sitting a bit far back, and Philipson right at the front. Medicat attacks his breakaway companions. He is not happy with the corporation. They have a minute 20 on the peloton, minute 30 now. Cyanide doing all of the chase, making 8 kilometers to go. They're finishing up a hill, remember, up the Caronia. These breakaway have done well. Some of these riders might not have kept up on some of these descents or some of these extra climbs. They're going to be well placed overall. Cyanide team still on the front. Attack from Santos. He's left his breakaway companions behind. The Iraqi rider and Mariket not in a position to win. Santos 3 kilometers to go. He's got about a minute on the peloton. Can he hold on? Do we see any reaction from the peloton? It's still Cyanide at the front doing the pacemaking. Looks like CX, the top climber in the race, is doing some of the pacemaking at the front. Andrew August also on the attack now. They've passed the 2 riders in the breakaway. It is now Santos with 1.6 Ks in 40 seconds. Can he hang on? He is being caught up slowly. Why is he not going full gas? He should be. Osborel going. The peloton's going past him like he is standing still. There is now 7 riders out in front. Andrew August is one of them. Nordhagen, Vida. It looks like quite a few riders here. Looks like it's going to be a sprint. Looks like Vida is going to take it. The Cyanide team taking the first road stage. Nordhagen in a very, very close second. As we see the peloton just reach onto the back of them. Philipsen doing the Lord's work to try and hold on to his pink jersey. He finishes now in 7th position. Looks like maybe a few splits here. Definitely a split here. First 13 riders across the line. Chamberlain, second overall. He'll probably be losing his second place today. Any big losers apart from those who DNF'd? Patterson maybe. Any riders in the top 10 chilling out here? Yes. Ben Wiggins is losing out on his top 10. Thought maybe today he could have held on, but he finishes 9 minutes down. Last rider on course, Nantini, Saint Piran. Where are your riders? What team are you? We'll have a look at the finish for your team, Buzzik. Cool, what a great finishing shot. There we have it, Jarno Vida from the Cyanide squad, taking the first road stage of the tour. Jorgen Nordhagen in second. You see 6 riders 12 seconds back to the next few. Will we see a new rider in pink? No, Albert Philipsen still holds on to his lead. Now 9 seconds back to Bizalks, as a few other riders are losing out on their top 10 placing. Best climber Marquette took maximum points in all of those classifications. He now leads in the blue jersey. Jarno Vida, 50 points for the stage win. Cyanide jersey with the Cyanide transfer art. He is in the cyclamen jersey. Philipsen still in youth. The Bisalks will probably wear that. And TS Racing still leading the team's classification. So we have change in the top 10 overall. Quite a few riders changing actually. Only 3 riders remaining in the top 10. Chamberlain dropping a few places, Leadart dropping, but Philipsen still holding on to position number 1. There we have looking at Bizak's riders. His best was Lorenzo Finn, who finished, 27th, 48 seconds down, so coming through in that second bunch of riders. Let's get into that third stage. Another undulate. Oh, there's cobbles on these climbs. Probably more so gravel. Anyway. Once again, the favourites are much the same for this hilly course. Maybe they can actually do something this time. Yeah, all good. Another rainy day. Some more descents, dangerous descents. Hopefully we won't see too many crashes, and let's just confirm those cobble sectors are all 1 star, so it is really just gravel. Euskaltel 2nd overall now. As we see the KOM leader, Marquette, goes into the breakaway. He is joined by Dana, Zoomer, Mand, Roberts the Kiwi, Arsak. Anyone else here trying to chase him down? Not yet. Halter from the Papa John squad. Oh, he's got a Bianchi bike. Okay. Cool, 3 more riders trying to come across. Vismalisa bike still happy with the composition. Oh, they're beginning to increase their pace slightly. Maybe they're not so happy. So we see Young. Oh, I thought it was Uran, but it's Urian. Stage 2. Well, 3 technically, actually, yeah. 3. Peloton is not happy with the composition of this breakaway. Well, nope, just Cyanide wasn't. Vismally Spike, don't really care. Here we have the 11 riders who are up the road. Let's go through them. We have Veterekan from Panpadex toward Meraket in the KOM jersey. Dunn from Tinkoff. Halter from Papa John's. Arsak from CCN. Oxenberg from Uno X. Roberts from EF. Arlins from German national team, Zimmerman from DSM, Ryan from DSM, Rowe from Namibia, and we see Van Den Einjin on the attack. Lock Long trying also, but he hasn't got the acceleration to get away, so he's just dragging a whole lot of riders along the road. Cyanide not happy once again with this breakaway composition. They're doing a better chasing, and it looks like the Dutch rider, ooh, so he's being held out there, just an 18-second gap. They're maintaining the gap to him. Oh, there's been a big fall in the back. One rider is out the back. It is Hogland from... Oh, chewed out on a 23 team. That's cool. More crashes, but everyone's still upright and in the pack. The Dutch rider has been caught, and it's just these 11 riders up the road. Puncture for Kessler from the German national team. Another fall as well. Alvarez, Kiplins, and some pick on the ground, but they're up and back in the peloton. Gap is growing, 3 minutes 50, 4 minutes now. Probably not enough for a stage win, although we said that yesterday and the breakaway held on until a final few kilometers to go. Intermediate sprint point in about 4 kilometers. Roberts leads the breakaway down this descent. Will we see a sprint from the breakaway? I'm hoping so. And we see Metaket in the KOM jersey. He sprints for it, launches an attack. Everyone else just rolls through. As we see Metaket move up to 6th in the points classification. The gap to the breakaway still being controlled by Vismalisa Bike and Cyanide team. No more placings for them in the intermediate sprint. 30 kilometers before the top of the first climb, the Category 2 Portella Mendrazi, as we see Guilano crash, another decent crash from a few riders here. Oh, looks like Brennan from Tinkoff will be abandoning. Looks like a lead-out man time trialist. He's currently 12 minutes down on GC. He will not be making it back into the race. Van Bylen has just made it back into the stretched out peloton. All the favourites are up towards the front, and the breakaway is rolling through this nice little village at the crest of the climb, averaging 4.2%, maximum 7.6. Peloton have decided enough is enough. They're doing a little bit of extra effort on the front. They're trying to catch the breakaway. The gap is hovering around 5 minutes. We're about to hit the first cobble sector of the race. There's a little plateau before the rest of the climb continues. Bro, I mean, you can rewind the video and check. It's one. I'll check after this. Remind me after the stage. Anyway, first little cobble sector of the race. It's only 1 star, only goes for just less than a kilometre, but it's still going to take some of the energy out of these riders. Any of these riders who are not the best on cobble, which everyone's pretty reasonable at. There we go, 3 kilometers to the top of this climb. A few riders have been dropped from the breakaway. The Kazakh, the German national team rider, and Zimmermann. And 8 riders out in front. So Roberts is going to take it around the outside. Now it's going to be Halter from the... Oh, Jesus Christ, that was a scrum. Hope Marikit got in there to grab some more points on the line there. Yep, Marikit takes maximum points. What about Arsak, Halter, Roberts, Oxenberg and Urian? A group of 4 over the front, over the top of the climb together. Then a group of 3 chasing them from behind. Looks like the rain's cleared up a little, so hopefully there shouldn't be too many crashes on this descent. We say that as Arns from E5 crashes. The peloton has crested the top. Visma bike still leading. A lot of riders out the back, mostly Saint Piran riders. Another fall, which I have just missed, but Ben Wiggins is down once again. Sierra and Montenegro. Still the same Piran riders out the back. A few other riders here losing some positions. Another fall, it is Volot, Dakes and Chalel, but everyone's back in the peloton. Looks like Philipson's taking some small gaps here from the rest of the peloton. Not sure why he's on the front, but I guess the front is one of the safest places to be in a descent. Not Tinkoff. My mistake. Oh, it's not Tinkoff. It isn't. That's right. Just looks like Tinkoff. Czech Republic. Another crash. Faoli is on the ground. Veljovic is actually on the ground. And he is back up. And I saw on Christoph crash as well. Another fall. Jesus Christ. Casey is on the ground. Grunsaninski. These 2 riders, they're actually starting again. Thank God for that. Don't want any more abandons. Garcia from EF Education has now fallen. Let's get back to this breakaway at the front. There's 7 riders, 6 kilometers to the intermediate sprint. Another fall. Weiss and Bimo still in the pack. Tors has now fallen. Holy shit. I hope Marquette takes it too. Another major fall in the peloton. Van Bowen, Hins, Alves. Well, looks like everyone's up. No one has hit the deck too much. 2.5 kilometers. They're through the second. A lot of cobbles. The breakaway is now. .3 kilometers. Come on, Marquette. Oxenberg on the front. Everyone's kind of swamping them. Marquette must be biding his time. There's only 9 points on offer. Maybe he's letting someone else feel a bit glorious for a few seconds. Up the outside, it is Roberts who takes it. Marquette comes across in third. Yep. Oxenberg in second. Still 7 riders out in front. Jeez, what is the time gap to the peloton? Let's have a look at that. Time gap origin. Let's set it to Philipsen. 6 minutes now for the breakaway, so it could be a day for the breakaway. Unless they get their shit together and start working. There's some cobble sectors here on this descent, which means the peloton will not be happy and the peloton will likely have some more incidents. They get into, oh my god, decent bloody crash. Big pile up in this corner. Everyone is up and on their bikes and rolling. Few riders losing contact. The Uzbekistan rider. The gap is still 8 minutes. All of the Team Visma Lisa bike riders are now on the front. They want to limit their losses. They want to keep Philipsen in the lead. And who would here roll into the lead? Oh yeah, no one here would roll into the lead unless the gap was, 6:40 for Rowe. 3 kilometers to the next intermediate sprint. KOM climb point. Another 9 points on offer. Papa John's Chilean jersey. Halter is the one out in front. The kit's looking quite dirty. Hopefully the managers have brought some spare jerseys for them. Marquette unusually near the front as we begin this sprint. He's still delayed though, looks like he's in the wheel of Halter. Nope, he's going it alone. Oxenberg still about a whole bike length ahead of everyone. Roberts tries to get it, Roberts takes it, then Marquette, then Oxenberg. Roberts in second place in the points mountain classification now. 9 minutes 20 is the gap to the peloton. Santos looks like a helper of Philipsen. A lot of riders here at the forefront of the peloton. There we are, the breakaways in 2 distinct groups. We have the 3 riders who are chilling, making their way back to the peloton, and 7 riders out in front. The gap is 9 minutes 30. So quite a few of these riders will be jumping up the GC if the time gap stays the same. Attack from inside the peloton. Leinhardt and Van Dam attack. With 51 kilometers to go, it is the response from Dunwoody of Cyanide. Smithson of the Namibian national team also responding. Tricky corners in this descent. There's a lot of few gaps to occur. There's a small crash here in this corner. A few more riders on the deck. Looks like Rafferty is still riding. Thank goodness for that. The hospital staff are not happy with us. Another crash. Luchthansa has crashed. Wiggins still out the back. 8 minutes down. Small gaps forming in the peloton. We see some riders dropping the wheel once again to Philipsen, who is pushing the pace. Intermediate sprint inbound, 700 meters to go. They're actually sprinting forward. Who's going to take it? Rowe through the middle. It looks like Rowe, followed by Roberts, then Marquette. We now have 10 kilometers till the KOM point. Not sure what Lightheart's plan is here. He's got 27 seconds on the main peloton. One man with him, Van Dam from Trinity. Hopefully he's not ruining his chances of a win here. Because there's a holy shit gravel hill at the end. Rest in peace. There you go, points classifications. Looking at the provisional, Lightheart has just been caught by the peloton. The gap is 9 minutes 10 and Lightheart goes once again. There's a very, very small gap with Cyanide and EF Education countering. The gap is now reduced to 8 minutes 30 as the peloton has woken up. Another attack, this time with Lightheart and Weeda, of course, in the points jersey. They join the 3 riders dropped from the original breakaway. EF Education trying to counter, trying to chase them down. The peloton is reduced. There's only 24 riders. A lot of gaps forming up this tough climb. The breakaway is 1.6 kilometers to the top. Peloton's back together in 29 kilometers. We see Weida go once again. 4th overall. At the very, very top, 900 meters to the top. The KOM jersey has been dropped. Marquette is paying for his earlier efforts. Here's 18 points on offer here. If Roberts takes it, which he does, it's going to be close to taking over that jersey. Roberts is equal points with Marquette, and he is now in the leader's jersey. Let's set a new time checker. Let's go Roberts, set origin. And of course, back to Philipson, the leader in pink. Six minutes 53. 7 minutes is the gap. Roberts is the Kiwi out in front. Here's Oxenberg with him. Catching up to them is Halter. And Wider attacks once again. He is joined by the peloton's 18 riders now in the front group of the peloton. Small group of 4 off the back. There's 21 now with Schufs, Garcia and Arnes chasing. Schufs is probably going to lose his 8th overall. Get rid of best climber classifications. We don't really care about the best climber at the moment anymore. It's just points and overall. Followed by Boromans in the final descent corner of this large descent. Everyone else is keeping a bit safer now as everyone knows the dangers. Bolocki is down. 15th overall Bolocki. Bolocki seems to be... Nope, Bolocki's still in the race. Joke, it's all good. Grenly is on the ground, as is Meganotti. They're both up in A7 now. 7 minutes is the gap from the breakaway to the peloton. Still 3 riders out in front. Roberts now attacks. Halter has been dropped. It's going to be a 2-man sprint. 5 kilometers to go. We'll keep an eye on how far they have left. The peloton's kind of setting up. Are they going to allow the rest of this big group to catch back up? And there's an attack by Wider. He goes once again. He's been on the attack all day. Alvarez cannot follow. It's up to the others to chase him down. Bismarck bike sends Oxness into the break. 2.7 Ks to go for our breakaway. Still 22 riders. It is... Everyone's trying to do something now. 1.7 to the breakaway. Well, there's a gap now. The points jersey has been lost behind. 15 riders in this front bunch. Let's head to the very, very front of the race. The 2-man sprint. They're on the cobble climb. Oxenberg's going to take it. Roberts is sitting in second. Easy win for Oxenberg. Roberts comes around the left, but a little bit too late. Marquette will get 3rd, Halter in 4th. What's happening with the favourites? Fietzik has got a gap. Only a few seconds, but he still has a gap over Grissel Pravita. He's going to be riding himself up the classification. As we go back, we see a group of 3 on the road, all working together. Can they catch up to the German? The rest of the favourites group, Philipsen now is sprinting, 1.2 kilometres to go. It's going to be Rowe coming across the line in 7th, followed by Fitzek. Albert Philipsen cannot get away from the rest of the favourites. They're finishing 6 minutes down on the stage. A few riders losing time. Schupps, of course. And riders from the top 10 chilling out the back here. Nope. Last bunch on the road is the St. Piran riders. They have caught up to an Uno X Sandstad rider. 5 kilometers to go. They'll all ride together to the line. Maybe we'll see an attack from the Uno X rider up this climb. Negative. Yep, just rides away from them. Easy as into stage 3. There we have Peter Oxenberg takes the stage win ahead of Reef Roberts. Will we see us mix up in the GC? Yes, we will. Paul Fietzik from EF is now in the lead. Philipsen 13 seconds behind. We see Reef Roberts from the breakaway up in 8th position. Quite a decent mix-up there. Best climbers, Reef Roberts. Bit of a consolation prize for getting second on the stage. Mark Hurt losing that jersey even though they're tied. Points is still wide out with not 50 points on offer for this stage win. Paul is also in the lead of the youth classification, which Philipsen will likely wear. And EF now leading the team classification. TS Racing down to 7th, losing quite a lot of time. We are changing GC. We see Paul move up 6 places, Philipsen down 1, Roberts up 86, and Bissog's down 5. A few some more changes in the rest of this bit here, and let's just actually go over who DNF'd. Just to clarify, this stage was Matthew Brenham, and stage 2 we lost Winter, Kings, Budit, and Decombi. Let's have a look at that full percentage. Oh, look at that, times 1. Times 1. If you want, I can turn it up. Anyway, back to a sprinters stage. We have 24 intermediate sprint points on offer, 50 finish line points, and 3 climb points. Let's just double check that I actually export that stage. Let's export it again. Whoop. There we are. Favorite, of course, is Kral from Sergo Spurs Go, the young Czech rider. Giamami, Oscar Chamberlain, who used to be in the top 10. And as you can see, no one here has really got any points, except for maybe Philipsen. Let's go. Stage 4, 3 more to go after this. Pink jersey for the pink team. Blue jersey for the pink team. Cyanide in the cyclamen still. And Phillipson now in white. First attack of the day is by Yesev from Saint Piran. He's already got a 30-second lead. There's only 3 points on offer in the KOM points. If I were the German rider, the former KOM jersey holder, Marquette, I would try to get myself into that breakaway. 3 points is 3 points. Oh, there is a Tinkoff as well. Oh my god, there's Tinkoff and there's your Czech jersey. My mistake. I prefer your jersey. Anyway, 3 riders out in front. We have the Iraqi rider Solomon. What is that? What do you call it? Yeah, you know that guy. Everyone knows what that country is. Pakistan for Karim. Algeria. Something like that. Anyway, the 3 riders are going to break away. 2 minutes 30, 3 minutes up the road. Peloton not really chasing too hard. Tinkoff up there, Namibia national team, EF Education, and CCN squad. Pretty simple basic stage. We can get through this quickly, get back to some of the more interesting ones. Gap is already up to 5 minutes 20, as these riders are really in no contention except for the Iraqi rider. He is best placed 14 minutes down. KOM point inbound, 1 kilometer to the KOM point. Any of these 2 Saint Piran riders going to try something? They are. Karim tries something, but it is the Iraqi rider who is the strongest by far. Karim second and Yesev in third. Intermediate sprint also coming up. 500 meters. They're not going to sprint for it. Okay. But I'm expecting the Peloton to sprint for it. Yep, the Peloton has their sprint trains ready. It's Erzen at the front for CCN. On Christoph on the left. As well in the middle of the screen, it is Curtis. Jeez, really on the right hand side, it looks like it's Erzen. Erzen takes maximum points out of the Peloton, followed by Curtis. Then the Verlinks, I think. No. Erzen Van Bylen on Christoph's. No, okay, completely wrong. But oh well. We saw what happened. All good, Mr. Czech rider. Pan flat, 1 intermediate sprint, little bit of hills at the end. Tinkoff is sent more of their riders to the front to help out. Robert's also doing some of the pace making, even though he's near the top in GC, but then again, EF Education I think is first in GC. So they're more likely riding for him. The Namibian national team on the front doing a lot of pace making with Rowe. Oh geez, the gap to the breakaway has come down quite substantially. 1.5 minutes. Maybe the Peloton's trying to get some more of these intermediate sprint points for their sprinters rather than for the breakaway. As we see the first rider drop the breakaway, it is the Algerian rider. 2.5 kilometers to go. The Iraqi and Pakistani rider holding on for grim life. 900 meters to go. The chase is coming from behind. 500 meters. The sprinters are sprinting. Looks like the breakaway is going to take it just. Looks like it's going to be Karim who takes it ahead of the Iraqi rider, and behind them, I missed out again. Fucking hell. There's Orn, Christoph, Erzen, and you see the rest there. Anyway, everyone's back together. Although we see Orn Christoph continuing his attack, joining the breakaway. He's now sitting up and everyone is back together It is Roberts, the KOM leader, on the front with EF Education. Absolute worst riders in the break. Yes. Tinkoff now taking over some of the pacemaking. They might have a big name sprinter as we begin some of these small little climbs. Will we see some splits? We shouldn't see any falls today as it's not raining. Not one fall. Rafferty's on the ground. Rafferty is up, but it has lost contact with the peloton with about 10 kilometers to go. Tinkoff on the front, driving the pace. If you watch from the motorbike, we see Tinkoff racing towards the finishing line. There's Paul Vorday on the front. Then Peace, the Namibian national team, trying to get in with a mix with Van Bylen. EF Education are not going to sprint with the GC. There looks like slight gap for Tinkoff. Someone has dropped the wheel. The Namibian national team jumps across. It looks like this sprinter is losing positions. 4.7 to go. CCN moving their sprinter up the road. Who's this sprinter? Must be Schoenvelder. Nope, Erzen. Oscar Chamberlain at the front doing some of the lead out. It plateaus out slightly here. There's a fall in the peloton. Everyone is up though, back in the pack. Just a few riders behind. That is Dahl and Rafferty. Back to the front of the action. Van Bylen is the first to launch. 1.2 kilometers is probably gone too early. Giami's trying to come up through the left. Looks like it's Barry through the middle. Jesus, who's going to take that? Looks like Giami might have it. Photo finish between... Oh no, it is St. Jens from Hans' team. The Uno X rider takes the stage in the sprint. Everyone finishing together except for Algerian rider Dahl and the Rafferty. Teddy's Engines takes the stage winner for Uno X. Don't think there's any change in the overall GC best climber. Still no change in the top. Points classification, St. Jens now in the lead. The Uno X rider takes over the Cyclamen jersey from Jana Wilder. And Paul still in the youth. And team classification still for EF. There we are, look at the GC, literally no change in the top places. Few changes in the points classification, of course. St. Jens moving up, Wilder and Nordhagen moving down, Giami moving up. No changes in the top placings for any of these classifications. Two more sprint stages for today, and then we're finishing with a mountain top finish. Favourites once again are the same. Kral, of course. Where did Kral finish that last stage? There he is there, 13th, okay. Favourites Kral, Giami, Chamberlain, you know the gist, same sprinters. There are some crosswind sections though, so maybe we'll see the AI doing something dangerous. absolutely windy stage. Phillipsen, the favourite for the overall, still 13 seconds down behind Fiatsk. We're going to see a breakaway from today's stage. With 24 points in the points classification on offer, 50 at the finish, 3 K1 points. We see Grijos from Menlada's team Jacob Alula, the Algerian rider, once again trying to get in the break, or are they going to be pacing? They're pacing because I'm guessing they want to be in there, but they're not there. The gap is staying at 30 seconds. We see lots of St. Peran riders coming to the front. It was all to set up one rider, set escort to the Zimbabwe rider to get into the break. Okay, the breakaway is established now. 2 riders. It is Grejus from Menlada, Escott from St. Peran. Puncture for Troslin. He is in the peloton though, so not an issue. Albania, my mistake. Oh, they have the other funky countries, okay. My mistake. Anyway, Grejus takes the maximum points, Ascot in second. We will see a sprint from the peloton. Van Bylen seems to be leading. St. Jens, I know how it works, mate. Bloody hell. Fall by Vergal. It looks like another abandon from the team of Visma. Lisa Bike, they're losing 133rd place. Looks like they sprint lead out Vergal. Another sprint in the pack. Fall in the pack. Grigor has fallen. He will be abandoning another big fall in the pack, but they're all still in the pack. 3 riders out the back actually. Just this rider abandoning. Dresden Bissiger and Gozen Kernzi. Their lead is being cut now, 4 minutes down, already losing down to 3 minutes 30. Another fall has taken place. Nope, we're in a crosswind section, so everyone's all split down the pack. Jesus, look at that. 42 kilometers an hour. The main pack's alright, but when you get further back, it's just boom, straight in the gutter. Wind zone is ending, so everyone's still bunched up together, looking all nice. Let's wait till we get to a second wind zone to see what happens. Sprint happening here. It is St. Jens the first to attack. Van Bylen on the left hand side might be to take it. Last late push from the line for Orm Christoph. Erzen looking second in those points there. No, Curtis, then Van Bylen, Erzen. Another wind zone inbound. You see the wind start picking up almost instantly, 26 kilometers an hour. Pretty weak wind zone. And it's still raging havoc on the peloton as we see it stretched out. Lots of little splits happening. Lots of big splits happening as we see a big split occurring here. They should make it back on though. Riders all fighting for the wheel in front of them, trying not to be stuck in the gutter. This wind zone won't be too important, although it will sap the energy from a lot of the riders. We see a major split happening in the peloton. A lot of the favourites keeping up in the front, but a few missing out. They will get back on, but it'll be this last wind zone here that'll cause almost all of the problems for the race. Geez, even out without the wind zone, it's still 22 kilometers an hour of wind. Fall by Zauhala from the Czech Conti team. He's in A2 now. As we see, Grijas still leading the race. He has dropped his breakaway companion Ascot from Zimbabwe. CCN and Tinkoff on the front. They will make the catch probably just after this climb, actually. Regis is about to be caught. Who's going to make the catch? I think it's going to be Fontaine from the Namibian national team. Tinkoff takes over just as the catch happens. There's a large bunch of riders 5 minutes behind. Motor St. Piran, Rafferty, a few other names. Probably a lot of domestics here. Our Iraqi rider is out the back. Fall in the pack. Rowers on the ground. Everyone's up, are they? Are they up? Everyone is up. 2 riders being dropped though, Matic and Vanden Hiel. We're about to enter the final wind zone of the race. Is it still going to be crosswind? That's the final question. The wind is picking up already, we see it. 26, 33, 34 kilometers an hour wind. Crosswind from the right hand side of the road. Doing a little bit of damage to the pack, but not so much yet. As we get further in, we will see more splits occurring. Ooh, a few riders just trying to struggle back on. Lightheart's on the back of the front bunch. All it takes is one of these riders to split off. Alvarez is out of the front bunch, as is Roberts. They're fighting to get back in. We have the Papa John's team on the front here. 13 kilometers to go. Who's working on the front? It is, of course, Tinkoff and the Namibian national team. Philipsen's finding himself at the back of the echelon. Those 2 small groups came together. If I were Alvarez, I would move up towards the front more. Oh, a few riders looking dead, actually. Torselin looking dead, and the wind is now 46 kilometers an hour straight from the right. These riders here are struggling to hold on. More splits even further behind. Roberts losing a lot of contact. Jesus, still Tinkoff with Karl leading the pace, and the Namibian national team also 7 kilometers to the finish. Still got more of this wind zone to go. Barry, the sprinter from Euskaltel, looks like he's almost making it back onto the back of this bunch. The gap is now a minute between these 2 front bunches. Alvarez is now in the front. Just Roberts is the only one from the top 10 not in the front bunch. As we see the front bunch split in 2. It is Orn Christoph who drops the wheel. 3 kilometers to go at the front. We see Griesel on the front leading out their sprinter Van Bylen. Nordhagen is the first to launch his sprint. He's launched too early. Van Bylen in the middle of the screen. 700 meters to go. On his left is Karl and Vinix. It is Van Bylen. He went semi-early and he took the win. A lot of the GC riders staying together, but we see a few gaps here. PCM might not count this as a gap. We will see what happens. Final rider on the course. This rider here. Check that podium result. Don't see any split in the first few riders, but it is Van Bylen from Ninja who takes the first stage. Oh, sorry, not the first stage. Fifth stage, his first stage win of the tour. Don't think there's any change at all. There's a bit of change near the bottom of this top 10 actually. Don't think I saw Bahomi in the top 10 before. Best climber still Roberts. Points is St. Jens as he extends his lead over the other riders. And still Paul in the lead of the youth classification. Team is still EF Education. Okay, let's have a look what happened. Time gaps, minute 21 down. Scoops lost some time. So go Spurs go. Lost Wiggins. A few other time gaps coming in. It looks like most of the favourites were able to keep up. Rob Burtz, he lost quite a bit of time. He lost 3 minutes there out of the top 10 once again. Of course, the two withdrawals we have Gregor from the Welshman and Virgo from TS Racing, which moves one more rider into the top 10, which is Bahomi. Everyone else kind of just moves up one place. Final sprint stage of this episode. Once again, there's more wind zones towards the end. Same favourites, Kral once again not performing as expected. Huh, PCM crashed. Sick. Apologies about that. Let's try that again. There we are. Are we going to see Roberts get himself in the breakaway? I hope so. Cool to see the Kiwi more days in the KOM jersey. Actually, he would be the second Kiwi to ever wear a Grand Tour classification jersey. Dion Smith was the first in the Tour de France. Anyway, a few attacks happening. Bit of neutralizing going on by the Tinkoff and CCNT. Oh my god, it's a fall already. Jesus Christ. Fall in the neutral zone by Patterson from the Cyanide team. He's 2 minutes down. Neutral zone, everyone should just be chilling together anyway. There we go. Well, not breakaway established, but Lau, the Malaysian rider, out in front. Ahrens and Pera trying to get across, but Tinkoff not happy with that. Jeez, Tinkoff's not happy with lots of things today. Oh, intermediate sprint inbound, that's why. Lau's going to take maximum points here in the intermediate sprint. In the peloton, it is St. Jens taking maximum points again. Curtis, Verbeek, and Ensign, all these riders still up there. Larson has fallen and he is back in the pack. Another fall? Jesus. It's not even wet, it's just racing. Lone rider by himself against all the odds. But hey, he'll gain some points in the sprints classification. And some KOM points too now. Maximum points for anyone in the peloton sprint. Yes, Mariquet is up here. Roberts is also up here. Looks like they're going to try to take some points here because they're both still equal on 40 points. It is Marquet who goes first. Roberts on the right hand side, who's going to take it? Roberts dies, Marquet takes the points, Marquet's back in the KOM jersey by 1 point. Lock Long has crashed and he will abandon the race. A few more riders crashing. Karim from Pakistan out the back. These wind sections are going to be horrendous once again. Unless of course it's a headwind or a tailwind. First wind zone we see 22 km an hour, small crosswind. Slight splits in the pack, but nothing too major. Jacob Lula squad trying to make themselves across. Of course, Alvarez, Buhami, and Leidarth are caught out by that. 5 km to an intermediate sprint. This will not be helpful. For riders trying to catch back up. I see Orn Christoph now out in the middle of the road. The wind is back to normal numbers now. So we see St. Jens once again starts the sprint. Van Bylen on the right, Erzen in the middle. Of course, the Malaysian rider takes it. St. Jens, then Erzen, then Van Bylen. Looks like a push by Troselin, as he knows there's going to be some more wind zones coming up. He wants to split the peloton for his leader. Everyone's together except for 7 riders. These 7 riders are the St. Perrin squad. All out the back by themselves. But hey, they can work together. Hopefully do something as we see Lau finally caught. 40 kilometers to go. So we're entering the second wind zone, the longest one. Only 23 kilometers an hour, but still a wind zone. Splits will happen and there won't be time to recover. As we look from the back of the peloton, still 77 riders in this front bunch, and once again it's Leidart. This time Bissalks and Weida are near the back and are fighting for position. That's 7th overall, and Weida, who is 5th overall. Alvarez and Bahumi also. Big split happening. The front bunch has now only got 21 riders. There's quite a decent sized split now between these two bunches, which is split again even further. Tinkoff now in the middle ground. Not sure who they're working for. I'd say Kral, but Kral's looking kind of dead. In the very, very front of the race, we have EF Education, of course, with the pink jersey for Physic. We have August with his August by himself, Nordhagen by himself, and Philipsen has got 2 domestics also. Bouchard at the front for Tinkoff. Following them is 8 men chasing the rest of the Tinkoff squad. Wiggins is dropping off once again, and then a further minute back to this next group of 27. God, no, I think Lionheart just sits in the... I'm not really, you have to ask Cyril. I don't know about that. I think it's just where they are in the peloton. So I'm guessing maybe Baruda step, but I have no clue. This group of step 27 is catching back up to the leaders. Everyone's kind of forming back up together, even though the wind is now 38 kilometers an hour from the right hand side. If I were some of these teams in the front, I'd be going full gas to make sure these other guys do not catch up. And there's a fall near the back. Everyone is up, losing time, but still up. 2.4 kilometers to the finish line now. The sprint will begin shortly, so if you're not within these first few riders, you will not be taking part. As we see Kral launch first. He goes through 700 meters to go. He's pulling away from the rest of his companions in this front bunch. He has died, but can he hang on? Kral of Tinkoff takes the stage win ahead of Sexus and Philipsen. The real question is, oh shit, will there be time gaps? There are quite a few riders separated from each other in this finishing straight. Yeah, Lightheart's actually losing a lot of time here, as is Basalks, Barhomi and Alvarez. Oh, St. Perem ain't the final riders. We have Lau joining him as well. Yes, there was time gaps in this finishing straight as Carl takes the stage win with Sedex and Philipsen. They all gain 7 seconds on Chamberlain and the current leader in pink. Or we see Philipsen roll back into the leader's jersey. That does really suck. No, Paul holds on to the lead by 2 seconds. Chamberlain now in third as we see Alves dropped down to 2 minutes down in 10th position. Best climber, of course, Mark Kurt took those 2 points in the intermediate climb points to take the lead back off Roberts. Points classification is still St. John's. He only just leading now, 3 points ahead of Kral. Young rider is still Paul Philipsen, still second in that. And ZK EF Education still. There was an echelon stage the stage before, but that didn't particularly happen. We can have a look after we've had a look at the results. Let's just have a quick look at the change in GC, and then I'll be giving the DB to Cyril to make some changes. So GC, we see Chamberlain moving up, Sextus moving up, August down, Nord Target up. Lots of these riders. Lightheart, of course, losing a lot of time. Big changes in the riders over here. If we go back to the stage, we see time gaps everywhere. And of course, we had one abandon, which was Leon Lock Long. Other ones with other echelon stages. Let's have a look. No more echelon stages. Okay, so let's head back to the main menu, and I will give the DB to That's really sucky. Losing time. I mean, you're still the same position though. That's not too bad. Wait for Cyril to make these adjustments for us. Perfect. Jeez, you are faster than a speeding bullet, Cyril. There we are. Hey, 6S is French. Anyway, final stage of today's episode is a mountain stage, mountain finish. Favorites, of course, 6S, who is 4th overall. We'll definitely see a change in leadership today. Just to confirm, we are on 1x-Falls 2-day race variability. Let's get into it. Third best favorite, let's go. There's quite a few climbs here. which means there'll probably be quite a few descents and quite a few crashes, but it's fine weather, not raining, so that's good for us. Also, Roberts wants to get himself in the break. He's starting at the front of the race. No, he doesn't. Holter's getting in the break. 3rd place overall in the KOM classification. He is joined by Kulitz. No one else going to join them? Yeah, there we are. There we are, breakaway has been established. It is EF. Oh no, there's more. Oh, Mark Hurt's trying to get in. Roberts is not liking that. So is he chasing him down or is he countering? Either. Anyway, Team Visma Lease Bike on the front, driving the pace in the breakaway. Quite a few riders. We have the Uzbekistan rider, Svetkov, Silets, Bosmare, Tichison, Fabres, Fam, Hawker, Triconi, DeLuca, Diax, Nevilstein, Holter, Sixi, and Hoagland. Jesus Christ, I can't pronounce names for shit. Anyway, 11 kilometers to the intermediate, to the KOM point. There's quite a few points on offer today. Maybe we'll see a new leader in the classification overall. Oh, Holter dropping back, and there's a KOM point inbound. 900 meters to go. Holter's on the right hand side. He's going for it, but on the right hand side of him is Dykes. Dykes is a better rider. Holter is, well, you should stay at the front, mate, because you didn't get any points there. Dykes took points and he's 8th now. Gap is 3 minutes 20, holding reasonably steady. It is EF Education and Team Visma Lisa Bike on the front. Oh, fall in the peloton. 2 riders on the ground. It is Sato and Urian on, but they should catch back up. Easy descent. Four kilometers next, intermediate sprint. 1.1 kilometers to go. Svetkov first to launch, but he sits up quite simply. Dykes going up there once again. It's going to be a mess. Scrump the line. He jumps to the right hand side of the road, hoping to gain an advantage, and he takes some more. Is that 9 points? So 18 points now, up into 4th position. Fourteen riders still working reasonably well together. I see a few riders at the back not contributing. Maybe they're a bit tired, who knows. Looks like it, because they're slightly dropping off now. That's DeLuca and Hawker. Intermediate sprint incoming. Will someone sprint for these 12 points on offer? It's a pretty weird place to have a sprint, not a climb, but I guess gotta have it somewhere in the stage, can't have it straight away at the start. 1.2 kilometers, someone gonna go for it? No one's going for it. Very disappointing. Makes no change to the overall points classification. Urian still out to the back. Kato made it up to the front, as we see. Edlebekov being dropped for St. Peran. Tried to do the Drek strat, but with lesser riders, and it didn't work out so well. Big climb of the day. They are starting the Bocca della Selva. 14 riders in the breakaway, still going strong. A few riders starting to die as we see Turconis rocking back and forth. Svetkov also dropping back. Looks like Silets gone already. There's 18 points on offer for the KOM here. Holter could grab it. Maybe we will see Dykes grab it. one of these two extend their lead, try to get closer to the leader of that classification. .500 meters, and there's a big scrum for the line. It's someone completely unheard of. It's Pham, the Vietnamese rider, taking maximum points there. He's up to 4th in that classification now. As we head to the peloton, we see it still being driven by Visma Leasebike and EF Education. Novo Nordisk also on the front. A few riders being dropped there. No one major losing time. Few sprinters. Roberts is losing out of contention now. He was in the top 10 at one stage. Do not forget. St. Palan chilling at the back. Is the peloton going to try anything on the descent? Are we going to see Philipsen to the fore again? We are. Philipsen's at the front once again. He's just the best descender. So he just likes being at the front, making everyone else follow him. Cause concerns, he has fallen. They're back up though. Few falls at the back of the peloton. Not major. Small split in the peloton here on this descent as we see Feole dropping the wheel. And Falcon get it trending. 2 minutes, 1 minute 57 is the gap from the peloton to the breakaway. Not a day for the breakaway today as we see Visma Leasebike on the front driving the pace with Grindley. Markert, the German Kingdom Mountains jersey holder, he will have to try and defend his jersey. There's 40 points on offer today for the winner of the stage. So any of these GC fellas, which is not really anyone here really, if they've even got 1 point in the classification, could do well after winning today's stage. Intermediate sprint, which they did not sprint for. We see an attack by Pericas from the peloton. That's Mairau's team. Not sure what he's going for, but 26k's to go. Go him. He is joined by Besiga of the Czech Conti team. Thanks, pay to lose. His impersonator is pay to lose. No, it is pay to lose. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. The Cyclone jersey, St. Jens, has been dropped from the pack. Everyone's still together, 20k's to go. The final climb is 14 kilometers long as we see Neville Steen at the front, Pham in second wheel. Billions of subs. Perfect. 57 seconds is the gap. Trinity now on the front with helping with the pacemaking. Everyone from the top 10 still in this bunch. Red Dog has attacked now. We're on the final climb of the day, the Camposaro. .49 seconds is the gap. Will anyone be able to hold on from the breakaway, or will we see an attack from one of the riders? We see Team Visma Leasebike still driving the pace. Only gets steeper and steeper the further they climb. looks like a few riders moving up on the left-hand side there. One of those Czech Conti team riders. Halter now being dropped from the breakaway. See a few riders moving up now. EF Education sending a domestic to the front. DeLuca now being caught by the peloton. 7 kilometers to go. Is there attack in the front? There is not, but Pham is still at the very, very front of the race. He's got about 54 seconds gap to Philipsen, but it looked like in about 2 seconds it could be demolished. The gap has gone down to 40 seconds now. Trinity on the front with the Schutner. Attack by Fabris. It's an attack in the breakaway. Fabris and Pham are off. There's 5 kilometers to go. They're about to hit these steep percentages, 12.5%. But look at this. Alvarez is flying up the climb. He has caught the 2 from the breakaway. August is on his wheel. Where's Philipsen? There's Philipsen there. They're on the attack now. But Homie has dropped the wheel, and there is now a bunch of 4 out in front. August is, well, Philipsen's best place, 2 seconds down. Who's doing some of the chasing behind is Nordhagen and Fritz. Leidhardt, of course, bad positioning once again, and he is dropping back down the hill. Nordhagen leading the charge. Alvarez has been dropped. 3 men out in front, 2.2 kilometers to go. It is the Novo Nordisk rider who attacks. He's put a small gap between him and August. Philipsen's trying to come around August. 1.8 kilometers to go. Nordhagen has caught up to August. He has brought the pink jersey up. It is still the Novo Nordisk rider out in front. 1.1 kilometers to go. The pink jersey is looking dead, but he's still sticking with this other bunch. He needs to finish within 2 seconds of Philipsen, or else he is going to lose the lead of the race. The lead is slipping from his grasp as we see Nordhagen go once again. The rider from Novo Nordisk, the favourite for these mountain stages, takes the win. Nordhagen from Astana Kazakhstan development team is second, August in third. Philipsen, who's second overall, hopefully he's done enough to take over the lead once again. All the riders who are in the top 10 are coming in order. Although we see Barhomi now, he's trying to sneak himself back into the top 10. Sparfel and Ormzel also up there. There we have the rider from the Czech Conti team, Bush. There's Leidhardt and Chamberlain. Chamberlain, who was third overall, losing 3 minutes today. Where's Pham? Where's the most important rider of the race? Here he is here in the breakaway of today. He's kept up quite nicely. He's going to finish reasonably high. He's only going to lose 6 minutes on today's stage. As we head right down the mountain to the very back of the race, it is, of course, Ed Labyakov. He's got 8 kilometers to go. He's got about 40 minutes. The question is, will he make it? I don't blame him for going this slow, but it's a bloody tough climb. 1 kilometer, 13 minutes? Surely. Easy. There we have it, Novo Nordisk picking their first professional win in a long time. Some big time gaps happening on the stage. Philipsen losing a minute 6 to Paul. Will we see a new pink jersey? We will. The Novo Nordisk rider is now leading the Giro. Eva's team in the lead. Philipsen in second, August in third. Best climber Florian Marquette still leading. Paul Sextus, who won this stage, is in second, 1 point behind. St. Gens equal now with the race leader, 81 points. Young rider is Sextus. I guess everyone's a young rider, aren't they? And he'll be tied with Phillips, so it'll be the same as GC. And ZKC still leading the team classification, EF Education. So that concludes our week 1 stream. So I will post a few GC screenshots. We'll go through each team at the end of this, and I'll do the next week. Ooh, I'm not sure when. Probably next week sometime. We see some big gaps there. No DNFs, right? No DNFs. I'll go slow, so if you want to pause, you can pause it. Anyway, GC, there's the change in GC. We see Paul Sextus from Eva's team now in the lead of the race after the first week. Top 60 in GC is what I will be doing. And then I'll do the other classifications just now. Spam is not allowed here? What do you mean? Top 12 Polk. Young is the same as Joe anyway. Dun 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 dun. Oh, next week starting with cobbles. Oh, that's not going to be fun. Oh well, that's next week's problem. I will get PCM Explorer up now. Stream is ending. Cheers for popping in. I'll put the PCM Career Explorer screenshot in the chat. If it works. If not, then, well, rest in peace.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why